We need this rental income, Dad explained. While changing locks, Mom posted it online. When the mortgage holder's name appeared, their rental dreams needed new accommodation. I was coming back from the gym when I saw the white van in my driveway. A man in coveralls was drilling into my front door while my father supervised with his arms crossed like he owned the place. My mother was walking around the house taking photos through every window. She cupped her hands against the glass to get better angles of my living room furniture. I sat in my car for 30 seconds just watching. Then I grabbed my phone and started recording. "What's going on here?" I asked, walking up with my camera pointed at the scene. Dad barely glanced at me. "We're getting this place ready to rent. Market rate around here is $3,200 monthly. We already have 3 inquiries." "Inquiries for what?" "The rental listing." Mom came around from the backyard, phone still in hand. "I posted it 2 hours ago. This will be rented by next week guaranteed." The locksmith paused his drilling and looked over at me with confusion. "You'll need your things out by Friday," Dad continued. "We're doing showings Saturday morning. I know it's short notice, but we need this income. Your mother's medical bills aren't paying themselves." I kept recording. "And where exactly am I supposed to go?" "That's not our concern anymore, Maria. You're 31 years old. You've had a place for 5 years now. Time for us to see return on this investment." "Investment," I repeated slowly. "We put $40,000 into this property," Mom added firmly. "That was our retirement cushion. We need that money working for us now." The locksmith completely stopped drilling. He could sense something was very wrong here. "Sir," I said calmly, "can you hold off on changing those locks for a minute?" He stepped back from the door without hesitation. Dad's face reddened immediately. "We hired him to do a job. There's a problem with your plan." I opened my banking app and turned the screen toward them. "See this? Mortgage payment to First Regional Credit Union. $1,842. Every single month for 5 years. All from my account." Mom squinted at my screen. "We know there's a mortgage. We helped you get it. You co-signed because I was 26 with limited credit history. The bank wanted additional security. That's completely different from ownership." "It's the same thing," Dad insisted. "We took on risks. We put up $40,000. This house exists because of us. The $40,000 was a gift. You said it was my inheritance early because Grandma had just passed. Those were your exact words. I still have the card you wrote me." Mom's confident expression flickered. The intention was a gift. I have the birthday card right here in my photos. For our daughter Maria, to help you build your future. Love, Mom and Dad." No mention of investment, no mention of ownership anywhere. I pulled up the county assessor's website on my phone. Property owner, Maria Richardson. Purchase date, March 2019. Purchase price, $285,000. Sole owner. Sole borrower on the mortgage. I turned the screen toward the locksmith. "See that? My name. Only my name on this property." He nodded slowly and started packing up his tools. "Wait," Dad protested. "We hired you for this job. I don't change locks during property disputes," the locksmith said flatly. "You folks need to figure this out yourselves." He loaded his van and drove away. Mom scrolled frantically on her phone. The listing already has 12 saves and 4 messages. "People want to schedule showings this weekend. You're going to cancel them," I said. "We will not. Do you know what your mother's treatments cost? $1,100 monthly after insurance. We've been drowning in bills." I felt a crack in my anger. I knew about Mom's diagnosis. I knew they were struggling, but this wasn't the answer. "If you needed money, you could have asked me," I said. "Instead, you showed up to change my locks and evict me from my own home without even a single conversation." "We shouldn't have to ask," Mom said quietly. "We're your parents. We sacrificed everything for you. I would have helped, but not like this." I examined the door. The lock was half destroyed from the drilling. "You're paying for this repair." Dad laughed bitterly. "Pay for repairs on a house we invested in?" "Gifted toward," I corrected. "You haven't contributed one single dollar to this mortgage in 5 years." I pulled up the original gift check I'd photographed years ago. Memo line written clearly, "Birthday gift, new house fund." "Gift," I said, showing them. "Your own handwriting, Dad." His jaw tightened. He had nothing left to say. Mom's phone buzzed again. Another rental inquiry coming through. "Take down the listing tonight," I said firmly, "or I file a fraud report for listing property you don't own. Your choice." Dad stared at me for a long moment. Then he turned and walked to his car without another word. Mom followed silently. The listing disappeared within the hour.